Hi everybody, welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk to you guys about sick leave. But before we go into that, our channel is there to help you guys and South Africans especially to know their rights in terms of their working rights, what you need to know in terms of the basic conditions of Employment Act, what do I need to know about the Labor Relations Act, what do I know about the CCMA, the Labor Court. What do I know about the new national minimum wage? What do I know what to do in certain cases at the CCMA? So we're making a whole range of videos to cover all these issues. We have already talked about the leave story, and we're still on the topic of the leave, and today we're going to deal with the issue of sick leave. Now we all know and have heard about sick leave and read certain stuff about sick leave, but I'm going to give you some basic facts. Some that you might have not known and others that you do know about sick leave. Let's just start with the calculation of the sick leave. How do I get to calculate how many sick leave days do I qualify for and how many sick days leave do I have? So, if you start at a company, right? So, if you start, you are entitled to a certain amount of sick days, and that covers over a period of 36 months. So let's just start with this and explain to you guys exactly how does it fit into each other. So the law is saying that over a period of 36 months, right, that means 3 years, you are entitled to the number of days that you would have worked over a period of 6 weeks. Right? That means 36 days. So let's just look at it. So if I work a 5-day week, so let's think about it. 5 times 6, that gives you 30 days. So if you're working from Monday to Friday, that's a 5-day week. I am entitled to 30 days sick leave over a period of 3 years. So let's say I work on a Saturday also. That means I'm now working 6 days a week. So 6 times 6, saying that over a period of 3 years, I am entitled to 36 days. Let's use another example. Let's say that I work every alternative Saturday. That means I work only 2 Saturdays a month. So let's just first take the 5 days a week. That gives me 30 days. Plus the 2 Saturdays means that I'm entitled to 32 days sick leave over a period of 36 months. Now this comes into effect almost immediately when you started with a company. But I'm going to go a bit deeper into so you can understand exactly how it works. So for your first 6 months of employment, then you're entitled to 1 day sick leave for every 26 days that you work. Right, so you're now not fully entitled to that 36 days. So 1 day for every 26 days worked you're entitled to. So once you have completed your 6 months and you start with day 1 of your 7th month, now you're entitled to that 36 days. I hope you all understand that part. Or 36 days or 30 days, like I said in the beginning, depending on the number of days you're working. Let me take that a little bit deeper. So let's say on that 7th month, right, I was starting with that 7th month, but I already have taken 2 days sick leave. That 2 days sick leave come off from that total entitlement. Be that 30 days, be it 36 days, it gets deducted. That means you're sitting with a balance. That is the balance that you have over a period of 36 months. So let's say, for instance, your employer, you're getting sick and you're now booked off for 30 days. Your employer cannot tell you that you're not entitled to those days. You only have 10 days sick leave for a year. There is no such thing as 10 days sick leave per year. You are entitled to 30 days if you work 5 days a week, or 36 days if you work 6 days a week over a period of 36 months. But remember, once you've taken these days, you don't have any more leave days for the rest of the cycle. So the next cycle starts when that 36 days is now 36 months is now lapse. Then your 36 days start again. So let me take back to somewhere in the beginning where I said for the first 6 months you are entitled to 1 day for every 26 days work. So on that first day that you started is also the anniversary of your 36 months. So that means that your 36 days start 3 years later on that same date. So employers like to use this thing and say, you are not entitled, you don't have any more sick days left. Then you have only used 10 days or 12 days a year. You are entitled to 36 days over a period of 36 months. Guys, but don't overuse it, because you might sit with a problem later on where you don't have any more sick days and then you really fell ill. Then you don't have anywhere to go, then you have to take unpaid leave. Remember, like I said in my previous video, that you cannot take leave, I'm talking about annual leave, and mix it with something else. Annual leave is only annual leave and it cannot be used as sick leave. Annual leave and sick leave, you must watch the video to know exactly what I'm talking about. So go back to that one and you'll get all the information there. So let's just talk about the proof for your sick leave. You are now sick and you've got a medical certificate, or you don't have a medical certificate, and what type of certificate do I need, or what is a medical certificate? So the law is saying, if you're absent for 2 days, less than 3 days, if you're absent without a medical certificate for less than 3 days, you don't require a medical certificate. That means that the employer must still pay you, even though you don't have a medical certificate. It must be less than 3 days, guys. Then you cannot do this in the next 8 weeks again. So if you do it now without a medical certificate, you cannot do it in the next month again. 8 weeks later only, this can apply again. So no certificate necessary. You must still get paid even though you don't have a medical certificate. If you have problems with this stuff, guys, leave a comment below and I will reply. Leave a number there and I will even call you back if need be, just to give you some advice in terms of how does this work. Because we're all struggling sometimes with our employers that is bullying us to understand what they understand. Guys, and you must remember, employers don't always know the law. And that's why this channel is here, to educate you so that you can know the law and know exactly what to do in what circumstances. So no medical certificate needed if you're absent for 2 days. But on the 3rd day, you have to have a medical certificate. So deeper into this so that we can understand it. So let's say I am now absent. There's a public holiday on the Wednesday. I'm absent the day before the Wednesday, which is a Tuesday. Then there's a public holiday where I'm supposed to be off. And then I'm absent on the Thursday again. You still don't require a medical certificate because it looks like 3 days, but it's not really 3 days. It is actually 2 working days that you're absent. So the same applies over weekends. If I'm absent on a Friday without a medical certificate and I'm absent on a Monday without a medical certificate, it is not 4 days. It's 2 days that means that you still don't need a medical certificate for that. Right, let's just go into what is a medical certificate, guys, and I want you to understand that also. I hope you understand what I explained now already. So, a medical certificate must come from somebody that is registered with a professional council. That means it can be a doctor, it can be a sister, or any other medical practitioner. Even a dentist can book you off. So that is the type of certificate that you need. Last thing, it must be signed by the practitioner. It cannot just be a blank document that has not been signed. So this document must be signed. It don't have to state what your illness is, but it must come from that practitioner, and all the details of that practitioner must be on that medical certificate. So your employer cannot now say that you're not sick. He must accept it because there's a medical certificate for that, guys. So please don't mix your drinks, as they say. You need a medical certificate only if you're more absent for more than 3 days, more than 2 days. If you're absent, you must have a medical certificate. Other than that, right, guys, the other thing is when you're off sick, and this is the last one, and your employer comes to his attention that you went to a funeral or to a party or to whatever, that might create another conclusion where you actually misuse your sick leave. And for that, you can get disciplined and even later on get dismissed. So try and stay away from it. Use your sick leave only for what it is, for being sick, and try as far as you can to stay at home. Your medical certificate does not mean that you have to stay at home, but if your employer can determine that you have taken sick leave to go somewhere, and that's easy to determine. People see you on Facebook, or people change their statuses, and then people can see that you were actually at a funeral while you're supposed to be off, or playing sports somewhere and you're supposed to be off sick. Guys, when you're off sick, be off sick. Guys, if you like what I've said and you like our channel, please subscribe. That will keep you up to date in terms of any new videos, because we're going to do this on a regular basis. Add new videos, right? Guys, so we're going to continue to educate you, teach you in terms of law, so that you know exactly what to do. Our next video is coming out soon, so subscribe and like this video, and we will keep you up to date. Have a fantastic day, guys.